Welcome, everybody. You
You
have
have
tuned
tuned
into the
the
Camp
Camp
Springs
Springs
Civic
Civic
Association
Association
community meeting. Welcome in our president, Ms. Monique Taylor.
Good evening, Camp Springs and friends. Thank you, and we welcome you to our community meeting. And we want to thank Pastor Burris and the Central Baptist Church of Camp Springs for hosting and allowing us to use their facility for our community meetings. And we really appreciate what they do for us. And I want you all to please pray for Pastor Burris. He's currently, he has some health challenges, and I need y'all to keep him in your prayers, okay? Thank you. Now, Camp Springs, we need to see the ones online. I know we've been in COVID and everyone has gotten used to being online, but we need to see the beautiful faces in the facility because we bring all these wonderful guests to give you a lot of information. They bring goodies, and you all are at home. We need y'all to come out to the meetings. So again, I need, when we send out the meetings, please print out 10 of them and just pass them to your neighbors. And just tell them about the things that are going on in the community. We need you to make sure it's a lot of stuff going on. Check the website so you can see all the things that are going on, just not through Camp Spring, but throughout the county. A lot of stuff is happening. So, and I want the ones online. They have done a fantastic job here at Central. They have the seats 6 feet apart. We have to wear masks. So don't be afraid. Come on out. Now, we have a lot of stuff going on. And we need volunteers. We need you to help you. We want things, we complain about things, but until you put your feet to the pedal, your fingers on the keyboard, everything's, we're not gonna get the changes that we want. So become active with your civic association. And I want to recognize, y'all know March is Women's History Month. So, which is to commemorate and encourage the study, observance, and the celebration of the vital role of women in American history. So, everyone give women a great big round of applause. I want to make a couple of announcements and then we're going to get started. This Sunday, March the 12th, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., we're having our first community cleanup. Is the big kickoff. It's going to be a big one. We have, if you all seen the flyer, we have, look, our councilman he's helped sponsor it, park and planning, the Department of the Environment. We have Forest Heights. We look, I want the Denny House, Ark of Knowledge, Camp Springs, and we are meeting at Crossland High School. So if your children need some service hours, bring them out. So we're, okay? Okay. Then the Ark of Knowledge is sponsoring, they're doing Ask a Doctor. So I believe it's each month, and it's the, I believe, third Thursday of the month, but this one is March 16th. Then they're having a I ain't gonna say it right, gastrologist, and it's an online Zoom meeting, and it begins from 6 to 7 p.m. Then in April, we don't meet in April. April the 20th, again, they're having Ask a Doctor. They're gonna have a psychiatrist, same time, 6 to 7. And they have some flyers in the back, pick them up, participate. We can learn something every day. Then there's Earth Day, April the 22nd. And that's where Camp Springs partnered with our county executive for her Growing Green with Pride. And that, I believe, is from 9 to 11, Ms. Arlene? Yes, 9 to 11. And we meet over in the 2nd Avenue parking lot. Okay? Another thing, I should be writing all this down. April 29th, from 9 to 12, we're having our Shred Day, Arc of Knowledge, the Denny House and Camp Springs. We all work together, we're partners. So, and that is here in the parking lot at Central Baptist. You can bring 2 bags or 2 boxes. And they're also doing e-cycle. Don't bring those fat back computers, but bring other things. They don't want the fat back, but you could to have it recycled. And they're also doing they're collecting clear school book bags and supplies for next school year, because it's our understanding, because of things that have been going on in the school system, they're going to have to carry clear school bags now. That's my understanding. He got this look. That's what I was told. Okay. So that's the announcement. And with that said, we're going to get started with our first responders. First up, we have our wonderful Corporal Ponak from Division 5. Please give him a round of applause.
Good evening. Again, I'm Corporal Ponak. I'm your Division 5 Community Engagement Officer. And again, my area of responsibility is on the south side of Allentown Road, all the way down basically the Charles County line and Eagle Harbor. That's Division 5. My specific area of responsibility is Kirby Road to Allentown Road over to Steed Road, this side, close to you guys. Anyhow, I'm going to give you the crime stats for Division 5 and for the county. Burglaries in the county are down 11%. Division 5, they're down 17%. So we're doing a little bit better job there. Theft from autos, countywide, they're up 24%. But in Division 5, we're even. So we're doing a good job there. Everybody's listening, all the posts I put on next door about hide your valuables, take them out. And while I'm talking about that, we've had a rash of theft from autos at post offices. People pull up and say, oh, I'm just going to run in and drop a letter in the mailbox. Well, you ladies leave your purse sitting there. They watch that. They bust that window in your car. The purse is gone. Even if it's a book bag full of trash, they think it's got valuables in it. Take it out. Don't leave anything in sight inside the cars. The other place we're having a lot of issues with theft from autos, not a lot, because we're doing a pretty good job with it. But we're working hard in the police department to do this. Is at cemeteries. Believe it or not, when you're visiting a gravesite or if you're at a funeral, when you're inside, you're not paying attention to your car. And if you walk inside to do the service, most of the time people leave their purse or briefcase laying on the seat. Don't leave anything in sight. Take it out of the vehicle, put it in the trunk, carry it with you, because it only takes a second. And they've hit Cheltenham, they've hit Resurrection. So again, just if you have anything, any events that you go there, if you're visiting a gravesite, take your purse with you or lock it in the trunk so it can't be seen. Theft from autos. Anyhow, stolen vehicles in the county are up 177%. In Division 5, they're only up 47%. Property crime is up 59% in the county. In Division 5, it's only up 18%. So we're doing a pretty good job. Violent crime is down 4% overall in the county and 5% in Division 5. It's down. So total crime for the county is up 43%. And in Division 5, it's only up 13%. So we're doing a little bit better job than the rest of the county. So again, part of that is because of you guys. The theft from autos here, we're at 0. We're even compared to last year. So you guys are doing a good job with that. I want to give you some information We have an event. She gave you some events that are coming up. We have one coming up this Saturday at the Southern Regional Technical Recreation Complex from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's this Saturday, March 11th. And that's at 7007 Bach Road, Fort Washington. It's a financial empowerment event. They're going to talk about finances and how you can, plan for your retirement and do better and mortgages and things like that. And it's going to be again, the Southern Regional Technical Recreation Complex from 10 to 2 this Saturday. And that's all I have, unless you guys have some questions.
We want everyone. No, because people
They can't hear
online.
online.
You can't hear you online.
You repeat the question. The 117% you said was the increase or the.
The 177% was stolen vehicles.
What was the foreign vehicles?
Stolen vehicles.
The question was about the 177% increase in, was it auto theft or?
Yeah,
or
that's
auto
basically
stolen vehicles?
stolen vehicles. Well, the biggest increase is carjackings. Carjackings are up like 400%. So that's where most of that comes from. And again, that's a crime of opportunity. So people got to be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. Let me see if I can find the.
A lot of times, I'll say this, when they say it's like 177% or 400%, usually it might have been, say, 7 or 2, and then because of what's going on.
Well, and you got to remember, it's only, March 8th, so that's 2 months. If we had a surge in 1 week, the numbers could be skewed a little bit. They'll come down. But I can give you the numbers here. In 2022, we had 32 stolen cars at this time. This year we have 47. So, but like I say, it's March 8th, so that's only 2 months and a week that we have. So hopefully that number will get back in line as we go. Any other questions?
My name is Delphine Ware. I'm the first of each year. My daughter had just bought a Honda Civic and it got stolen right in front of the door. We go to sleep, Monday night, wake up 2 someone's car is gone. Nowhere in sight. It's been reported and everything, but we hadn't heard anything about it since it was stolen.
You won't hear anything back unless they recover it. And sometimes cars never get recovered,
Right.
so you probably won't hear anything unless they recover. If they recover it, they'll send you a letter.
So.
Anything
Anyone
else?
No? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for that. What I want to say is, Mr. Brian Clark, who's from Risk Reduction, was supposed to come out from the fire department this evening, and he was gonna do because it was a request to do a demonstration of your, someone asked for a demonstration for their, why am I not working? Their fire extinguisher. But because of his emergency, battalion chief was, you got an emergency too? So it's another emergency, so y'all know with the first responders, y'all know that happens.
Good evening, everybody, and sorry that we'll have to cut it short. So there were 6 questions that were presented to Mr. Clark before he got sick this evening. Should you be concerned about a sprinkler system that is 15 years and older? Is there a recall on any of them? Any county mandate on sprinkler system? Do you have them maintained? For example, someone's leaked and the plumber said someone recalled. So a sprinkler system that's 15 years or older, as long as it's well maintained, there's no concern with that. There was a recall several years ago with some of the sprinkler heads themselves, and the industry professionals and fire protection, different companies and stuff, they were made aware of that. The county mandate on sprinkler system has been in place for nearly 30 years for new residential building. So any single family house that's built now has to have a sprinkler system. There is no requirement for a single family home to have that system maintained. So once the system's in place and you get your use and occupancy permit, after that, it's up to you to maintain it, but we don't come through and inspect that. Briefly, fire department safety Saturdays ties into the next question as far as community outreach. So now that we're coming out of COVID, one of the things that we try to do is target a neighborhood. When I say target a neighborhood, it's for some reason. So unfortunately, we've had many fatalities already this year, and so we go back through those neighborhoods and make sure that there's other homes do have working smoke alarms. And then as we've covered all of those neighborhoods, we go through the data and the areas that have the most fire activity, the most working fires. The criteria to be employed by the fire department, and are we hiring? Do you need a volunteer to get into the fire department? So you need to be 18, you need to have a high school diploma or GED. You need to be physically fit, be able to pass the candidate physical ability test, and be of reasonably clear background. So there are certain things that are absolute disqualifiers, felony convictions. If you have any, fire safety, if you were accused of, or I should say accused, convicted of setting a fire, that maybe even that was a misdemeanor, but obviously it's going to go against fire code. Other things are on a case-by-case basis as far as how many, how often, how long ago was it, that sort of thing. You do not need to volunteer to get into the fire department. There is no requirement for that. And then some fire prevention measures. So everybody needs to have an escape plan, right? EDITH is the acronym, exit drill in the home. So no 2 ways out of every room of your house. And then practice that. So make sure everybody knows it. We recommend practicing it once a month. Certainly very few people complete that, but that's the recommendation. Does the fire department routinely check churches or other buildings to ensure they are up to code? So churches do not routinely get checked. The buildings that do get checked are what are called multifamily dwellings. So that's any building that has 3 or more separate living areas, apartment building, a condo building, things of that nature. And those are required to be inspected on an annual basis. So the churches have to get inspected on construction or any major renovation, anything that would go through Department of Permitting Inspections and Enforcement to get their use and occupancy permit. That's all the questions you had given us. Was there anything else?
We had a fatality on Center Drive.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it anything that, any tips you could give them? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I was saying that we had a fatality on Center Drive. And is there any tips that you can give? I know you said you had the fire, exit drill in the home. And is anything else that they need? Because, like around here, there's a lot of older homes. What else?
So, and I'm going to leave some of the paperwork with you.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I have to jet out. But even a single family home, even though you're not required to have that inspected on an annual basis, we're more than happy to come out and walk through your home with you. So one of the things that I found quite a bit when I worked on the different engine companies earlier in my career is the security measure of a home that it would be double keyed. You need a key from the outside and a key from the inside to unlock the door. Well, where's that key, right? So they would say, oh, I keep it in a drawer, or I keep it, on my key ring or whatever. Well, when that emergency happens, you're not going to have time to find that key. So that's one way is, make sure it's a thumb lock, not a double key. And that's actually one of the things, if it's a daycare or foster care, you cannot have that kind of. So that goes through the inspection process, but you know, it's those little things that we'd be more than happy to assist. Any other questions?
Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Hold on. They can. We can chat about.
What is the cost for the average sprinkler system in a single family older?
To retrofit a home with a sprinkler system, I couldn't tell you specifically. Certainly that cost is going to vary based on the square footage and the design of your home. So if you have a 1-story rancher style, that home is going to be easier to install a sprinkler system than a 2-story home, right? You know, obviously the smaller your home, the cheaper it would be. For new construction, they average that it's about $3 a square foot. So not overall, you know, crazy expensive when you think about the cost of building the home itself.
Any other question? Because he has to run out. He has an emergency. We want to thank you for coming
Thank
out.
you.
We appreciate you. Okay, Corporal Boyce.
Hello, good evening. My name is Corporal Robert Boyce with Prince George's County Police Department. I am assigned to the Office of Community First, and we are responsible for the overall department-wide community engagement. So we work in conjunction with officers like Corporal Polnack over there, whereas they kind of focus more on the district level of community policing. We focus more, again, countywide. In particular, I'm here to talk about the police athletic league that we have here in Prince George's County. For those of you that are here, and I've also given it to our folks who are handling online, hopefully you'll see it. I've given out a information card, it's dual-sided. I'm going to read it with a bit of a small print to give you a brief kind of background of what Police Athletic League, also known as PAL, is. PAL is a juvenile crime prevention program bringing youth and law enforcement together in a positive and safe environment. PAL offers a variety of programs from athletic, recreational, art, and mentorship. Okay, so what that means is essentially the PAL program was started by the Department of Justice, and it's nationwide. So most police departments have some sort of a PAL program, whether it's Prince George's County or municipal agency like Seat Pleasant Police. They have some sort of PAL component. It was started back in the 1930s, and the PAL program that we run here primarily focuses on youth between the ages of 8 to 14, usually that middle school timeframe years. And we engage them again in a number of activities. So we have the PAL mentorship program, which is essentially a partnership with the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation. And we take youth meet twice a month. We bring them in, they come to our facility, which is 7600 Barlow Road. So the old police headquarters. The headquarters portion is now going to be redesignated as a community outreach center. So we're in the process of renovating that building. And we are also in the process of partnering with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington to fully get that facility up and running to service our youth in the community. Because again, as Corporal Pronak provided the numbers on the stolen vehicles, we're seeing a lot of trends with that as our youth committing these carjacking. I'm sure you guys are watching the news. They're saying it's young people. So what we're trying to do is bolster our PAL program. We already have a pretty good number of kids that join us, and get our participation numbers up. Sorry, not participation numbers. Expand our engagement. So some of the activities that we provide are the outdoor club, where we take our youth fishing or hiking, get them to learn about nature and the environment that's around them, and also provide them with experiences, some good stewards of the environment they may not have. Last year, we had 2 fishing trips, both down at the National Harbor. And for many of our kids, it was the very first time that they've ever gone fishing and actually caught fish and learned about it. And speaking of which, we also partnered with the fire department. So Mr. Brian Clark, he's my valued helper on the outdoor fishing program. We also go hiking. We've taken our kids up to Great Falls, Maryland, and Virginia, and they go hiking out there as well. We also engage them in snow tubing trips. We went to Wisp Ski Resort last Sunday and spent a couple of hours up on the top of the mountain. The kids had a great time. Another program that we provide is the Young Entrepreneurship Program. So if you have any youths that are interested in becoming an entrepreneur, we have an officer that does a wonderful job of providing mentorship. She actually walks these youth participants through building an actual business plan step by step. They meet once a week for about 8 weeks. And at the end of it, they hold a business pitch competition where they present it in front of business professionals in the community, almost in a similar fashion to Shark Tank. And there's a prize and everything with that's associated. And they have a great time doing that and learn valuable skills on how to better their businesses. Of course, we have an arts program, Innovative Outlets, and we also have a basketball league that just wrapped up this year in partnership with Maryland Park and Planning. And we also have our flag football, and we also have a baseball camp that comes up in the summer, as well as Leadership and Life camp as well. So we have a lot of engaging activities for these to participate in. And for those that are in our mentorship program, we also provide community service hours and opportunities with participating in a sock drive that we put on every year. We start in early November, and it runs until about the end of January, not end of January, end of December, and we distribute in January. So we collect socks, hats, and gloves for our unhoused population. And during that, the youth do a great job at each station providing donations, designing our boxes, our collection boxes, and then we'll go out and distribute them to different homeless shelters throughout the area. On the back side of this form here, I also have our Police Explorer program. So Explorer program is for older ages. They start at an Explorer Club from 11 to 14 years old. And then the actual Explorer program itself goes from 14 to 20 years old. So the goal of the Police Explorer program is to teach young adults the values needed to succeed in law enforcement. And also it helps provide them some discipline, some fellowship with their fellow youth. Not every station, we added 2 more, but our original 6 district stations have an Explorer post. So District 1 in Hyattsville, Division 2 in Bowie, Division 3 in Landover, Division 4 in Oxon Hill, Division 5 in Clinton, and Division 6 in Beltsville. So if you have any youth interested between the ages of 14 to 20 or 11 to 14, feel free to reach out. On the back of this card is also a QR code on this card as well. And it provides more information on the Explorer program. We also engage them in youth activities, as well as they participate in the National Explorer Conference that's coming up this year in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we're going to send about 30 or so explorers up there to participate with other Explorer posts throughout the country. Anybody have any questions? What PAL is, or what the young man in the back?
Wait a minute, make sure that if they don't speak all the way into it, please repeat the question. Matt, repeat the question if they can't hear.
I still don't understand about. I don't understand.
Okay, so PAL is essentially like an activity club. You get to go out and hang out with police officers and kids like your age, and we do different activities. It can be from fishing, hiking, snow tubing. We have arts classes, different fun things and activities, but you're also doing it with police officers. So think about it like we're going on field trips, summer camps. You understand? Okay. Anybody else have any questions about POW or the Explorer program?
Right here. No, they can't hear online. They can't hear online. And please talk because I keep getting a lot of text about they can't hear y'all.
Okay.
Is there a fee?
So depending on what some of the programs are, this will be associated, but it may be a minimal cost. So, but a majority of the programs are not, because again, we are a 501c charitable organization, so we get grant funding as well for a lot of our programs. And again, a lot of our partners, like the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation, also provide funds to cover the cost. So it's either a minimal cost or no cost at all. So this depends on which one it is. For instance, we have a tennis program and we have a martial arts program. So the martial arts program is currently underway. And we partner with a local Brazilian jiu-jitsu master who donates his time to help the kids learn some skills in self-defense.
Your program, so how does your program, how has your program helped those youth that may be high risk? Has that, with that program that you have, and how successful is a person that may have been going one way, but with your program, they become better, I should say?
So our program, just in my experience, it works by allowing these high-risk kids to be around other kids in a similar situation who may not have that opportunity to go experience new things outside of their communal bubble, if you will, in their neighborhood. So, and also again, we provide mentorship, as a in a group setting, and sometimes if we do have a couple of kids that may need individual or extra attention. And like I said, it's about 6 of us in that unit. And one of us, given our background, we usually kind of come around and work together as a team and, talk to that, mentor that kid one-on-one sometimes. Sometimes that requires external follow-up. So we've done high school visits sometimes. We've done home visits just to make sure our kids are doing well. And usually once we get like one sibling inside, and it's funny because we get one kid, the oldest kid, and then next, they move, their siblings are coming in because they were coming in with them while they were getting dropped off. So they definitely take to it. They definitely enjoy it. Like I said, it's great fellowship for them. They're among their peers in a positive environment. They also learn that the police aren't all bad. All right. Any other questions?
I just wanted to say thank you very much for explaining it, because I can use that as, pass that on to some others. Because a lot of them get stuck with the camp thing, where they don't have room or they're on waiting lists and so forth. And then I know some parents who might have multiple children who can't afford to send their kids to camp. And sharing this with them, I think is a great answer, because a lot of kids that be don't have the knowledge, or maybe the transportation problem or so forth. And this is a great answer to that. It's a choice thing, keeping the kids at home and then having them take part in something like this, especially little girls and little guys that have no, single parent homes, or that both parents are working and they're just sitting at home. They could be doing activities with you guys, and I think that's great.
Thank you. Yes, and I just want to point out our website, and as well as our social media, is www.pgcpal.org. Again, that's www.pgcpal.org. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. I don't think we have a TikTok. No, but you get to see some of our photos. We post every event that we go to. We have photos for you having a good time on there. So that's another way to get them in. And we're also centrally located, because again, we're located out of 7600 Barlow Road. It's the old police headquarters building, still there. So as far as transportation, we try to again have everything centrally located in the county, because we have people from all over the county to come and participate. And then also, if that's probably an issue, I refer you to the Explore program again, because that's at almost every division station. So Division 1 in Division 1 in Hyattsville, Division 2 in Bowie, Division 3, Landover, Division 4, Oxon Hill, Division 5, Clinton, and Division 6, Beltsville. And the contact information for each Explorer post on the back of this card as well. Thank you.
Thank you for that, boys. We appreciate you coming out. Now, we're gonna segue because some of the things that he was speaking on. Now we have our, this is a look. They are in Camp Springs. This is the Gateway Second Chance Foundation. They also are here to help with the youth. If y'all see the theme this month at this meeting, it's about the youth and seniors. And you all know another, don't leave yet, I want you to hear some of what they're gonna talk about. Our college, you know, that's what they do. They bridge the gap for the youth and the seniors. So that was our thing. So both Dr. Carter's coming up here. Okay, we're gonna have Dr. Clarence Carter come up here and provide you all information about this. It's a nonprofit and they do some fantastic work with the youth. And he's gonna explain.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Well, I've just been promoted to doctor when in fact she is the doctor. And I'm the MBA. I just want to make a lot of money. Okay? My name is Clarence Carter, and firstly, good evening. Okay.
I'm gonna get some facts.
All right. My name is Clarence Carter, and I'm with the Gateway Boarding Academy Foundation. I'd like to begin firstly by thanking President Taylor for this opportunity to speak at tonight's meeting. My purpose tonight is threefold. First, to explain what our foundation does that benefits our, and I'll underline that, our community. By the way, I say our community because I live in Camp Springs and our foundation's offices are located nearby on Oth Road in Camp Springs. My second purpose is to let you know how we do what we do. And lastly, I want to encourage you to see this time as critical to give this generation of academically struggling adolescent boys and those that follow the best possible shot at a successful future by what we collectively, as fellow members of Camp Springs community, agree to do now. What do? Our foundation provides an essential service to the Camp Springs community. And we do that by giving its middle and high school age boys, those 12 through 18 years of age, who are having academic challenges, a second chance to get the academic, life, and problem-solving skills they have to have for any real chance at a decent, productive future. Any real chance to become productive members of our community. Now, how do we do what we do? Our multifaceted approach that gives young boys we serve the second chance that they need consists of an overarching academic program called the ASSIST program. ASSIST, the ASSIST program. That academic program is supplemented by a program we call the Earn and Learn Pre-Apprentice program. And thirdly, a week-long camp experience. Now, firstly, the ASSIST program meets after school, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, from 4 until 7. We employ experienced teachers and use evidence-based curriculum to bring our students up to speed on those foundational critical skills that are required for academic success. The courses are Read 180, which improves comprehension, academic vocabulary, and writing skills, and Math 180, which uses visual, hands-on material and computer games to strengthen mathematical reasoning and reinforce understanding of mathematical concepts. Instruction is individualized. That is, we identify specific areas in which each new student needs help. As a result, we're able to emphasize the most effective way they are to be instructed. Maximum class size, get this, maximum class size is only 5 students. Another important reason for our students' academic progress, particularly in math, is our supplemental Earn and Learn pre-apprentice program. The students become more motivated to learn because this program gives them a first-hand experience with what we emphasize. And what we emphasize is the real world usefulness and importance of math. It's not just learning how to figure out a math problem. It's how do you use that skill in the real world. We also have the youngsters not only in skill placement, various trades areas, but also in other occupational areas. We've had them placed with physicians and others. As a result, they not only learn the real world relevance of their academics, but also knowledge of potential future career opportunities. And they're paid an hourly stipend during the program. Our other supplemental program is the week-long camp experience. This experience is whereby the recreational activities in which our students engage, like hiking, canoeing, basketball, etc., these experiences are used to reinforce the practical and useful problem solving and life values we teach them, such as accountability. Take responsibility for what you do. Endurance, perseverance, stick in there, pursue that goal, and commitment to excellence. Do your best and be the best that you can be. We're now at the third point of my reason for sharing with you tonight. I want to encourage you to see this time as critical. Critical to give this generation academically struggling adolescent boys and that group which follows the best possible shot at a successful future by what we as fellow members of the Camp Springs community agree to do now. You know, as I just said, this is a critical time. But why? And why do we have to make the most of it? Well, because while some of us may have been asleep at the wheel, there was an actual steady downturn in student academic performance since 2013. That's the last 10 years. In fact, this was recently reported by, and this downward trend was made even worse during the recent pandemic, and far worse for the population of students our program is designed to serve. That is precisely why 8 years ago, we started our program. And we're pleased to report that over the last several years, our students have continued to progress, we are on the right path. Bottom line, the success of our youth, or the lack thereof, means not only must our foundation continue to do what it does, but that more stuff has to be done now. If we as a community are going to meet the growing need, that's why this time is critical. Now, I hope you're wondering, what can I do? Meaning you. What can I do to help? Many of you already know that there's a vast number of boys that need our help. But many families don't even know that our program exists or what we can provide these youth who are in need. What is the charge to anybody who's involved in our program? Zero. Zero. We are funded by donations and governmental financing. So if we can depend on you to pass the word to those you know, to mothers, to fathers, grandmothers, relatives, or other caregivers that have youth in need of our services, we can then provide our support to a greater number of those who are academically struggling. To help you out with this, I'm leaving materials that describe who we are and what we do and how you can contact us. Thank you for your time. I can hang around to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. Before you leave, because I want, wait a minute, Mr. Rivers, give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I want you to put it in the chat. Could you give her the information, Ms. Tara right here, the information, because some people they're not here. So that she can put it in the chat so they can also, like you said, you want people to know about the program, want the young, so if they have some young men who need your services.
Okay.
So we wanted her, she's right here, Dr. Carter, so she could put it on the chat.
We left some materials at the.
Yes, but yeah, the material, but don't you have I want them to have your,
My notes?
no. I want your email or your website, so those who are online can also get the information. So this is but does this have the information so those who are online, they can
They could contact us and they could go to they could contact us. They could also go to our website. And I think she just got the relevant information.
Thank you. We appreciate all the work that you do. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Rivers has a question for you.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Your program is commendable. I wish it was about before my son disappeared from under me. However, do your program emphasize any, let's say,
Mr. Rivers,
any, let's say, moving or advancement towards the military, as well as other education? Because normally you find that everybody's not for college, or everybody don't go to college. Military is another form. Do you emphasize that anywhere in the program?
We don't emphasize the military.
Well, don't say emphasize. Let's say, but give a recommendation.
Okay. What we do in providing the academic skills and also the pre-apprentice occupational skills. So our emphasis isn't simply on going to college. It's how to think, problem solve, and we make them aware. We provide information about the variety of opportunities that will be available to them if they take advantage of the second chance we give them to get the skills to use those opportunities, to take advantage of those opportunities. So The answer is, we wouldn't specifically say, oh, the military.
I know, I understand it,
Okay,
but that emphasis would be including the military.
Sure.
as well.
sure.
And the reason I asked that question because I've known several kids who come out of high school, Crossland, Largo, Suitland, and have applied to go into the military. And the one area that they all seem to have fallen down in and had to go through further training was math.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you emphasize that as well.
Well, struggling in math is kind of a commonplace phenomenon. I struggled in math in elementary school, and I don't think that was a unique experience. Any other questions? Okay, I'll end by asking once again, pass the word. The material is on the table about our program, how to contact any of us, go to our website. And I thank you once again for allowing us to share information about what we do and who we are. Thank you.
You coming to be? Yeah, no, not that. We have our Corporal Miller from Division 4 who's going to give us a report. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Corporal Miller, Prince George County Police, out of the Oxon Hill Division, one of your community officers. I just got a couple of stats for the Camp Springs area. The main thing in the Camp Springs area was stolen vehicles. We had 7 of them. The main street they were really hitting was Weldon Drive. And a lot of people had kids on Weldon Drive. And we had 1 theft from a vehicle and 1 breaking and entering. That was actually commercial property. And that actually was really on Beach Drive. They broke into a storage unit. And 1 assault, and that was actually a kid that was assaulted at Thurgood Marshall. Yes. We still write reports for them. So that was pretty much it. I just want to remind you, I know other cops also probably remind you, please put a cub on your vehicle, especially if you have a kid. We were passing them out. I think we're about to get some more. So I will let y'all know if we get some more to pass them out. But we passed out probably in the Oxon Hill station, probably about 300 or more. Okay? Any questions?
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, we got to. They can't.
No, you need the mic so they can hear online.
Yeah, they can't hear online. I was told that if you have a key fob to start your car, that it cannot be stolen or stolen easily. Is that true?
It can be stolen. Yeah. Nothing is, you can't steal.
So, but are most of them stolen of the cars that don't have you have to start up with the?
So if you're not
You know,
familiar,
when you push the button to
yeah.
start?
So if you're not familiar how they steal the kids, now they tell you that you need a USB cord. You actually can just take a screwdriver once you take. So what they do is they break the whole mechanism down underneath there. You got to push where they pull everything out, and they take the USB cord once they pull the ignition part out, and they stick it in there and they turn it. You actually can do it with a screwdriver still. But the kids, most of them got the USB cords and they saw it on TikTok, so all of them are running with it. But I'm not going to tell you that your push button car can't be stolen, because there's somebody out there that know how to steal that. Yeah. No car is theft proof. So if it can start and it has some type of electronic device, you could take that apart and hook some wires together. I mean, the last one I just recovered, they took harnesses apart underneath it, and it actually was a push button. I was shocked. So that's why I'm telling you, it can be done if they know how to do it.
I have a question. I know this is not your jurisdiction, so I can't really go into a lot of detail, but I just, want to hear publicly from another officer. There was an assault, at a school. I'm not going to disclose, but I'll tell you later. It was a girl and a boy, 10 and 11-year-old. Nothing happened to the young man who pulled the knife on the girl. They only gave them 2 days suspension. However, this situation is still like ongoing. The parent went to go do a police report, and the detective, I'll just say, they said that there was nothing that they could do. They can't press charges because of his age. Is there something, or is there a discussion on the table for eventually, like, can these people be recommended or, go to a cycle, to be analyzed, or what are we doing to try to help young kids? Because now it seems like they're 6 and 5 and they're just doing what they want to do, and it's like they get away with it.
So if you're not familiar with the new Maryland law on juveniles, 13 and under, for misdemeanor stuff, they pretty much can't get charged. That's the new Maryland law. That's not the police. Yeah. Pretty much our hands are tied. Any one of these officers could tell you, you pretty much can't really talk to a kid right now, especially without a parent and a lawyer. They do something, them the two things, one of the 2 things that you need. So it's kind of like difficult for us, but they broadcast this on the news, so a lot of these kids know. They know what they can do and what they can't do. I mean, even some of like these carjacking vehicles that we're getting behind, because it's carjacking. Once we stop a lot of these kids, you should hear them asking us, why was we chasing them? We're not allowed to chase them. Carjack somebody, that's why. But I mean, they know laws, they read it, and then like the internet is everything. TikTok, Instagram, they tweet all this stuff out, so they know what they can get away with. I mean, unless they change some laws again. I mean, like for that assault, yeah, I just went through it with my goddaughter. Yeah, it's a 2nd-degree assault. It's a misdemeanor. So, in the school, that's what they're gonna give them. Normally they give them like 5 days. They only gave them 2 days. So, yeah. So.
Just go for voice again. Again, coming from the POW Youth Mentorship Program, a lot of our kids, I have this thing where all the kids we deal with, I say we don't have any bad kids. We just get kids who need mentorship, some way, form, or fashion, whether it's from us, the police, at home. And unfortunately, what we see a lot of is, again, you have a lot of single parent households. Inflation is real. So you have parents out here who just can't even spend time with their kids and make sure they're doing the right thing. And I wouldn't say it's 100% like the parents' fault or this or that. It's kind of a societal problem. But a lot of these kids just need someone to listen to and pay attention to them. And I didn't believe that until I first got to our community service unit, and I started with our first meeting with our kids and talking to them. We had a conversation about, school, or report card, somebody wasn't doing well in Spanish class. So the next time I see them 2 weeks later at the next mentorship meeting, I say, hey, how'd you do in school? And the light bulb just went off. You know what I mean? And like, oh, wow, you remember that conversation? Yeah, how'd you do? So it's just sometimes, again, we don't have that community bringing up our children. Everybody's, don't talk to my kid, don't touch my kid. But again, it takes a village to truly raise children. So a lot of this is going to get done on our level, at the community level. Getting to know the parents, getting to know people in the neighborhoods. So that way when you see kids hanging out, oh, that's Miss Johnson's boy. So if he's hanging around somebody's car, you know who it is, and it doesn't always require that police intervention or that, the legal reprimand. That's all.
Thank you. Wait, I want to say one thing then. Ms. Liz, got that they need to put in a report to the superintendent office in Maryland Board of Education about what you were saying, that I guess someone just got 2 days.
Oh,
Okay.
want to say I commend the officers that go that one step further with the youth. And I can't remember the officer's name, he's from Marlow Heights, 30 years ago. But for him, he saved my daughter's life from me, because I was gonna take her out. She hung out with the wrong people, and they filled her head with she can do superwoman attitude. And she bucked at me, and I'm a country Caribbean, and y'all know. I'm one of those quiet, I'm quiet, and it takes a lot to shake me up. Well, when you hit my mama, it's out the window. And that officer came through the door, and he's about 6 foot over 7 feet tall. And he looked at my daughter and he tried to talk to she bucked at that officer. Talking to the she bucked at the officer, told the officer he couldn't touch her, she couldn't do nothing, and all of this stuff. And I'm standing there like, and the officer looked at her and looked at me and said, ma'am, there's a thin line between abuse and discipline. Anything short of a frying pan in the iron, you got it. I got your back. Here's my card and my number. And walked out the building. My daughter has been straight ever since.
So you gotta remember this. I mean, and he can tell you, and they can tell you, dealing with some of the worst kids, they just want structure. If you tell them what they should be doing and shouldn't do, and they know you serious about it, they come and tell you anything. I got kids that come and tell me anything. Just because I listen to them and I'm like, well, I don't think you should do that. You know what I mean? Coming from, and when you relate to a kid and just remind them, I was young too once. I know you might think I'm old, and even though I'm old, I kind of look young still. So I can get away with some of the things I say with kids because they think, because I keep telling them I'm like 25 or 27. So they kind of believe me. And I don't know what, but I mean, you gotta understand something. The kids sometimes these days, it's not like when I was growing up, your grandmother come with that broom with that old house coat on, that robe with them flowers on it and smack you across the head. Or Miss Jones over there. No one does that because this mama want to come and fight that mama because she said something to her kid. But when a kid sees you all the time and he knows that you don't play, even if it's your grandson or your granddaughter, one of their friends, but they know when they come over your house, they can't do it, or they know that. That's why they like coming over your house, because at their house, they don't have structure. But when they come to your house, somebody actually tells them what to do. So you might be the difference in them going to, instead of hanging with the crowd over here, come over here. I don't want to disappoint Miss Johnson when I go over her house that I was hanging with them and get locked up. A lot of kids tell us that. It's just people don't believe it because they see them doing something, but they see that one person, they stop what they're doing. So.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Good evening. My name is Douglas Roser and my wife is Cynthia Wilson Roser. And I want to commend Camp Springs community for lifting up to us. Our son was murdered December 21st at the Hangers Club. And I'm partnering with District 7 Councilwoman and doing a law called the Christopher Law, which will allow all area nightclubs to wand all individuals, not just a pat down, a wands, and that we're going to ban ski masks from all area clubs. I'm currently head of security for Montgomery County, and it doesn't happen in that community. I'm also sit on the Newsom Beta Board. I'm the vice chair of Newsom Beta Board in Prince George's County. And we're in the process of shutting the Hangers Club down. What we're waiting for is their liquor license isn't adequate with the ownership. Their UNO is not proper. Even the Hangers Club, it isn't Hangers Club. It's called Bucks Up. So nothing, everything, the old hanger sign, all that has to be removed. They have close to $10,000 in fines that has to be paid. But we're just waiting for Maryland State to verify their liquor license. But, you know, I appreciate you guys' support because it's just like Officer Bryce said, it takes a village to make changes in our community. And if we don't do it, then we're hurting the people that we're trying to serve. I had a program in Prince George's County with the Sheriff's Department and Judge Dawson called Save Our Youth Racing for Life, where I used to take young Afro-American males and females and teach them life skills and STEM skills through drag racing. I took a young man that was a kitty car thief, and we won the national championship in junior dragsters because you can learn so much. And I commend the Carters on their commitment to the community because STEM and illiteracy is a huge factor in incarceration rates among Afro-American males. I sit on a committee in Prince George's County, and you got to understand that 62% of high school students have been through the justice system in Prince George's County. And if you even go further than that by the age of 25, 47.4% are committed into adult crimes. So we all got to work together. I appreciate everybody's support. My wife appreciates the support, but I'm committed to help whatever needs to be helped. I did my own investigation. In fact, the detective, I coached him at the age of 8 in Boys and Girls Club. So it was a really fun, not fun, but you know, experience that, you know, I coached you and now you're in law enforcement. Now you're doing my son's case. So it was kind of unique and different, but we canvassed the whole area around the Hangers Club. Believe it or not, there was only one business that had a camera that was operating. So we got to work together as a community and work with our youth and work with area businesses to help out each other. So that's my.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Okay, thank you. Appreciate everyone. Now, without further ado, Miss Benicia. It is that Miss Benicia, yeah, Davis. She's the program specialist at the Camp Springs Senior Activity Center. Now, come on up. We know that center has been there, but we wanted to bring them out so you all know all the wonderful things that they do at that center. You want to come with them? And Temple Hills want to come also. Okay, Temple Hills Community Center. They're going to do a whole group thing together. That's Miss Chanel and, Miss Chanel. Miss Chanel Kennard is the director. Miss Christine Bullitt is the assistant director. And Miss Shonda Coleman is the facility director at the Senior Activity Center. Okay, so they're gonna all speak together. Do y'all want? Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I can't hear you all. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
You all want to thank President Monique for inviting us. You're welcome. As she mentioned, I am Venetia Davis, the program specialist at Camp Springs Senior Activity Center, which is just less than 2 miles down the street. This is
Shonda Coleman, facility manager at Camp Springs Senior Activity Center. And this completes 1 year there for me. So and we are a team, a true team. Now, let me ask you this. I'm gonna steal some of Ms. Venetia's thunder here a little bit. How many of you are active seniors? Can you raise your hand for me, please?
raise them high.
Nice and high.
You look good. You look good. You look good.
And how many of you in your neighborhood or in your immediate family have some active seniors?
All right.
Well, guess what? We're looking for your face to be at our place. We want to see you there. We have some awesome things happening at Camp Springs Senior Activity Center. We have line dancing. What else we have, Miss?
Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
Move to the right, move to the left, now turn. All right. So we have billiards, we have line dancing, we have computer classes, we have inspirational hour, we have nutrition program, we have
Crochet.
sign language, crochet. If there's a program that's not there and you wanna start it, hey, welcome. We have round dance, square dance,
Bid whist.
fit whiz,
Peanut.
pinochle. All right. We're gonna run to Boston. We'll run to Boston. All right. Hey, what else do we have? We go on trips.
Trips, awesome trips. Mystery dinner trips.
Mystery dinner. Yeah, you gain some pounds and then you come back and you can work out in our fitness center.
That's
So
right.
what do you need to join? What do you need to join?
You need a senior, active senior ID card. And because you are the gems of Prince George's County, guess what? It is free.
FREE, say free.
Free.
All right. 60 and better.
60 plus.
But these people don't look like they're 60.
60 and better.
They look like they're 60, Shonda.
They don't look like it to me.
No.
I don't know if they qualify.
But they look beautiful and we'll pull out the red carpet for you when you come to Camp Springs Senior Activity Center.
Absolutely.
So we have some giveaways. We have some giveaways.
You get a bag.
Here's Miss Carter, you get a bag.
You get a bag. Everybody
You
get a bag.
Miss Carter. Yeah, so everyone will get a bag. Some goodies in there, has some information about our sister center. The guide here is here for you. You can register. It's for the whole family, everybody. So make sure you look at this. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to us, go on our website, get all the information you need. There's so many recreation centers and senior centers in Prince George's County, and we want you to utilize them. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be whole. We have our 7 dimension of wellness, and it encompasses everything. So the mind, body, and soul. So get active, get involved. I mean, we have tracks where you can walk. We have trails. We have a biking club. I mean, you name it, we have it. So we welcome you all to come and be a part of Camp Springs Senior Activity Center. Anything else, Ms. Shonda?
Yeah, we have some newly added classes. We have hula hoop.
Uh-oh.
We have sign language. What else we got? There's something for everyone, right? Something for everyone. So we're looking for your face to be
In the place. And if you just want to come and socialize, come on and socialize. And then I want to spotlight one of our other centers, down in Brandywine, a new intergenerational center. Shonda?
Stark. Anybody heard of Stark? Raise your hand.
All right.
They have a walking track. They have a pool. They got a little bit of everything down there. And they have an active senior group from 10 to 2, Monday through Friday.
And if you want to rent the facility out, you can.
It's a beautiful place. Come on down.
So we invite you all. Any questions for us before we turn it over to our team? Sure.
I was gonna say that Allentown has swimming as well.
Yes.
And it's the seniors there are very active in it, and they have spin cycle.
Yes.
And I do spin cycle too, but I'm in Waldorf. But they have deep water aerobics, regular aerobics, and the hot tub.
Thank you for promoting.
They love the hot tub.
Thank you for promoting.
I'm just saying.
And
the
that
seniors,
water,
they love the hot tub. They go, some of them go just to get in the hot tub.
Yeah.
They get mad
Like
when it's
James
not
Brown,
working.
hot tub, get in the hot tub.
Yeah, they have fun.
Thank you for promoting. I forgot to mention, we do have some free programs, like we have concerts monthly, from jazz to R&B.
No.
Karaoke.
The people online can't.
You know, we want to make sure we get this information out. I just was failed to mention that we do have monthly musicals, free performances. We have something coming up. Simply Shirley, she's going to be April the 4th. We have karaoke. Like I said, if it's not at Camp Springs and you want to start a club, let us know. Let us know. Let us know. So bring it on. But we appreciate you, and we're gonna be looking for you all, the Carters and a couple of Miss Sandra. Thank you so much for bringing in the gift bags. We appreciate you.
And Mr. Rivers.
Yes, Mr. Rivers, Miss Liz. Yes, we're gonna be calling you out. Thank you so much. And to Miss Sparkle.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sparkle Kennedy, and I'm the acting regional manager at the Temple Hills Community Center. It's so hard to follow their act. I don't know if we have the hula hoops and all that dance stuff. We do definitely have activities. I'm here with my wonderful team, Chanel Kennard and Christine Rowland. They're going to tell you all the great stuff that's going on at Temple Hills Community Center.
How y'all doing tonight? All right. So Temple Hills Community Center, we're literally right down the street. You go through that little neighborhood, we're right there in the corner. It is kind of in the cut, but the cherry blossoms are starting to bloom, so you can kind of see them when you go around the corner. But we offer programming, we offer rentals. So if you guys want to do birthday parties, baby showers, repast, if you want to rent a room for your social events, like if you wanted to have a meeting, something similar to this, you are also able to do that there. We have a spring break camp, which is coming up. So if you have kids, our spring break camp is going to be April 3rd through the 10th. It is going to be $150 if you're a resident, and that's $189 if you are a non-resident. But if you're looking for something for your kids to do, you can go ahead and send them on to camp. And our summer camp is going to start on, June 26th. So we have an explorers camp, we have a hair braiding camp, and we have a sports camp. And registration opens for that on March 15th. Yes, so if you guys want to register, you can just go to Parks Direct. pgparksdirect.com.
So I know Chanel mentioned that we do have the camps and the programs. We also have a sock hop that's coming up in May 24th. It is $10. It's for ages 18 and up. The May Fitness and Wellness Day, which is May 10th to from 6 to 8 p.m. And we also have an end of the year cookout, which is going to be June the 7th. June 6th. Right down the street at our park. I know that, so oftentimes that, parents say that they, can't afford it, to send their kids to camp and things of that nature. But the great thing about Parks and Rec, that we do have a feed assistance program. So you just have to submit an application, your tax transcripts, and this is open to all families, all family sizes. So you could sign up, and this qualifies you for a discount of a range from 20% off the programs all the way up to 90% off of the programs. And you just come in and submit the application along with your tax transcript. And that way we can qualify you for any additional discounts and things like that. So we got a lot going on down the street. We got the MAC Club, we got yoga.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're not like a specific senior center, but we do have a MAC Club who meets on Monday and Wednesdays from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. And they do all kinds of events. We just had a Valentine's Day event to kick the year off. We also did a Roaring 20s event where everyone came and got really, really dressed up and looked amazing. We had a DJ, we had food catered. So that's also something that you can join because you guys are the gyms. As I said, at PG County, it is free. And we also have an Extreme Teen Club who meets every Friday from 6 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. That is also free for teenagers. And they do various events. We've had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament this week coming up tomorrow. They're actually going to have a segment where our team coordinators are going to teach them how to apply for jobs and make sure that their resume and things like that are intact. So aside from them, just being able to use the gym and play basketball, we do also want to implement, things that they'll have to do in the real life, when basketball is over or, as they graduate from high school and things like that.
And also, we got a phenomenal modeling program that is Tuesdays and Thursdays nights. So that is a nominal fee, but however, the kids learn to walk with confidence, and they love it. They enjoy it. They learn about fashion. They learn about self-esteem and motivation, things and other skills.
Yeah, so with the bags, the orange bags, we also put brochures and information for Temple Hills. Like she said, we have the yoga, Tai Chi, modeling, body blast, and one of our instructors does a weightlifting for teens on Saturdays as well. So there's a ton of opportunities. And then also, if you guys have any ideas or there are things that you would want to see in the community, please let us know.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
No problem.
Ms. Venetia? I just wanted to, because we have so much, I just wanted to add that we do have, and officers can appreciate this, we do partner with AARP and we have a defensive driving course for you all that are driving. And it's a 6-hour course. We have it twice a month, once on a Thursday and once on a Saturday for those, savvy seniors that's still working, but we make it available so that we can accommodate everyone. So if you need to save a little bit on your insurance policy, State Farm, Geico, all of those, take that course, take the course. It's called the AARP Defensive Driving Course. Thank you.
Did anyone have anything they wanted to ask them? I think. No.
I did want to add that we are currently hiring for the summer. So 16 and up, we're looking for lifeguards as well as camp staff. So you can check pgparks.com for summer opportunities, as well as we are taking 14 and 15-year-olds for volunteer opportunities. So definitely check out pgparks.com for volunteer opportunities as well as employment opportunities.
I'm back again because we have so much. We're looking and we're hiring for drivers. I know we'll start drivers at $18. So if you know anybody that's a driver, please send them our way.
They have a CDL, right?
No, you do not have to have a CDL. You have to have a good driving record and know how to drive. That's why you take that AARP driving course. You're ready to rock and roll, right? That's right.
Thank you. Yeah, look.
Give it up for your president.
Yeah, look. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Camp Springs. There's a lot going on. And y'all go out there and see the.
Can we get the contact information for the senior center, please? The Camp Springs Senior Activity Center?
Oh, it's someone that's online. Okay, we should have someone online wants that information. Okay. Now, thank you. We appreciate you all. Now, is Miss Joel here? Oh, someone's gonna be in Miss Joel's place. But we brought out the community advocate for family and youth. That's Kathy. And they're gonna tell you the things that they do. Once again, senior and youth.
Okay, so my name is Alicia Chapman. I apologize, Ms. Joe was not able to make it this evening. But I do want to thank you all for having us. So I'm here, so Kathy is a victim services nonprofit for Prince George's County. Can you guys hear me?
No, just say a little louder. Say a little louder. Talk a little louder.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know I'm soft spoken.
Yeah, but we got people online, so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm here from Community Advocates for Family and Youth. My name is Alicia Chapman. I'm gonna pull this down.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. So I am our program manager, and essentially what we do for the county is anyone that's been impacted or harmed or a victim of crime, we provide services and resources to them. And so over the years, because this is our 20th year actually, so over the years, we've realized that our seniors are some of our most vulnerable population. And so what we did was come up with an assisting senior citizens program which is made up of different providers that kind of come together to provide holistic services for seniors in need. So anyone that we, that among the organizations that we partner with, if they come across a senior that's in a vulnerable situation, they feel that there's some other abuse, some financial abuse that may be going on, they kind of band together to come up with a safety plan for that senior. And part of that is we pair seniors in need with seniors that are a little more mobile, that are still out there, that are, still on the go. And so what that does is that gives them a partner in their community that's looking out for them. Because we know seniors can be, routine, they're in their ways. So what that does is if they have someone who is in the home, at least once a week, someone that's checking in on them every day or every other day, that gives them sort of an advocate that can try to come back to us and say, hey, I spoke to them today, or I saw them today, something doesn't look right. I think we should check in on them. And that just gives us the opportunity to, get into the home. And part of that is doing home visits and site visits, whether they're in their home, they're in an independent living community, they're in a nursing home. We kind of physically go in, we look at them, we talk to any staff that may be there, talk to the family members, the loved ones, and really get a feel for what's going on. And just try to support them in any way that we can. When it comes to seniors in home, we send seniors into the home, and what they would do is, things like they're there with them for the day. They provide them companionship. We have seniors that like to get out to go to community centers, so they don't take them there, but our seniors get special access, and they meet them there. They make sure they get there safely. They make sure they get home safely. They do activities with them. They talk to them. They're just there to provide, to kind of prevent any isolation or any loneliness that our seniors might, come across in the community. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
This is not necessarily a question, but just a reminder, because I go through with my aunt all the time about these scams on phones. And as much as I tell her, no, this is not from Amazon, don't click on that, just to check on people or seniors if they're asking you, about something that they're getting on email, to make sure that they don't get taken advantage of that way.
Absolutely. So part of what we do is we do have a financial fraud or different fraud or elder abuse presentations that we do in the community. And we also let our seniors that kind of work for us know what to look for when they're working with their clients. So if you're going to these people's home, they have someone they can call. We're telling them, what to look for. If someone comes to the door, they're claiming to do this, you collect the information for that person, and then you run it by us, talk to us, so that, they're not in a situation where they're getting scammed out of money, they're getting scammed out of their information, things like that. If they have something that someone that's constantly calling them, they can talk to their senior peer assistant, let them know what's going on, and they can bring it back to us. So that's kind of our eyes and ears in the home. Does anyone else have questions or comments?
Website.
All right, so we don't have a website specifically for our senior program, but overall it's CAFY online. So that's CAFY online.org. And that talks about all of our services overall. We have services for all ages.
Thank you again. Is Miss Beverly Taylor here? No? Okay, well, let me read what she. Okay. As you all know, we're in our season of election for the Camp Springs Civic Association. And what she said, per the bylaws of the Civic Association, this will be the last opportunity to accept nominees from the membership in good standing for the offices on the executive board except treasurer. So if you all are interested in running for office, you need to contact. Oh, let me give Ms. Beverly's email. Because it could be someone on top of your name. No, because it usually that. Okay, what is it? It's Taylor, Taylor, ABTY at AOL.com. Taylor, Taylor, ABTY at AOL, is.com, right? Okay. This is the last opportunity because in May, it will be the installation of the officers. So with that being said, we're gonna have our vice president to come up and give a closing remark. Okay, come on up. Did you want to give greetings? Yeah. Let her give greetings. Come on, Miss Liz Chambers. She gonna give some greetings.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I bring you greetings. Well, let me start off by bringing you greetings from our pastor, Pastor Lincoln M. Harris, and the First Lady of our church, Central Baptist Church, which is right here. We want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out to the Camp Springs Association. Now, let me switch roles. I am Liz Chambers, the Director of Constituent Services for Senator C. Anthony Muse and Delegate Veronica Turner. As you know, that they're up in Annapolis working on your behalf. So I just want to bring you greetings. Session will be over on April the 10th. And so then they will be available to come out and talk to the constituents and come and visit different communities, as well as their whole entire team. My counterpart, Suzanne Hampton, is somewhere. I don't see her right now. But anyway, she is also a community liaison for Delegate Veronica Turner. I just want to say greetings to each and every one of you. Let me give you our numbers once again. If you need us, you're more than welcome to give us a call. My cell phone is 704-935-8393. The office numbers for Delegate Veronica Turner is 301-858-3212. Senator C. Anthony Muse is 301-858-3092. And I'll give you the constituent email. So if you have an email or situation that you need to email me, it's district, the word district, DISTRICT, the number 26, constituents with an S, at gmail.com. I assure you that if you send me an email, it will get to its proper place, and I will help you any way I can. If I'm not able to help you, I will get to the sources that need to help you. And I do believe in calling all of my constituents back. If you have any questions for me.
Do you say constituent with an S?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
All right, well, everybody have a good evening.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing? My name is Delonte Harrison, the Vice President of Camp Springs Civic Association. I'm here to talk to you. I want to say good evening, everybody in the community, if y'all can see me. I want to say thank you for being here tonight, and the people online. Also, I want to thank the volunteers that help us put all this stuff together. It's a hard thing. We're all over the city trying to bring people to the community so you can hear the programs that's out here, what's available. And what we're trying to do is trying to build a better community here in Camp Springs, and that's our focus. But it's tiring. But what I want to do is, we need people like you to chant and go out and grab more volunteers for us. There's so many more committees that we have. And we're in meetings while we're on meetings. And if we had someone just to be in the meetings and just take notes for us, or just tell people to join this civic association so we can have more people to volunteer. That would help us out a lot. You know, we go out and we hit the streets and try to get people, but if all of us just get one person, then we have a big army, then we can dish that work out so we can find, there's so many things that's going on there. But we can't be everywhere all times. We still have life too. And we understand that you guys have life, but if you can just try to chant and say, hey, are you part of civic association? Are you a part of civic association? Get them to join so we can branch out even further, because there's so many things out here for us. And we're just trying to charge out, we're trying to make us bigger and better, because we're going to do our part to try to make the community better than any community that's out here before we leave this earth. And we want to make sure that when we leave it better than what it is today. You know, that's our focus. So we definitely looking for you guys to try to be out there for us. Try to get more people to join, just like you here today. Talk about us. Tell them what we bring so they can join. Because the more people we join, the stronger we are, the easier it becomes for all of us. And we can get more things coming in. There's so much development. There's so many things happening all at once, but we can't be there all the time. And we want to give you that information and let you know what's ahead in your future and your children's or grandchildren's future here in Canyon Springs. We want to set that up right. So that's my spiel. I really take this serious because I love this community. And I've been to other communities, and this is a gold one. And you feel the way I feel. Let's go out there and try to bring more people in. You have a question?
I really don't have a question, but I do have something to say.
Yes, sir.
You keep saying Camp Springs, Camp Springs.
Yes.
When I first moved out here, I was in Camp Springs.
Yes, sir.
Right now, my address is Temple Hills. And I think that's what's confusing a lot of the new people coming into the area.
Good.
They're coming into an area that's called Temple Hills.
That is true.
And this is the community Camp Springs Civic Association.
That is true.
In which I've been a member of for how long you been in existence? I've been right here.
Right.
But I'm in Temple Hills.
Well,
I think what needs to happen,
yes, sir.
it needs to be, I guess, broadcast as Camp Springs / Temple Hills Community, Civic Association, in order to bring more people who might be interested in coming in.
Well, one of the things, see, it's gerrymandered. Our place is crossed over, and that's probably happened way before I even moved into the community. But what I plan to do is also go to Temple Hill and try to help their civic association. Clinton, I've been out of Clinton and civic association. We're starting here, but in my mind, I'm going to help the surrounding areas, because if you look at the crime reports, it's around us, but that doesn't make us safe. So what I'm trying to do is build us here so we can help them too. We got to help them.
Well, Mr. Rivers, one of the issue is when you say do the / Temple Hill, the issue is you do know that Camp Springs the issue is the zip code. We have 20748, which is Temple Hills Post Office.
Right.
And then people who then we have 20746, which is Suitland Post Office. So it's a post office issue. And so we can't go Camp Springs / Temple Hill because you got the people on the other side.
That's where I have a problem, because my zip code is 20748.
I know, and then we have two, like
And-
they 20746, but
And-
that's Camp Springs.
That's one of the issues.
Well, wasn't it, we used to have a post office and then we lost our post office. And so that's where the confusion comes in, because the post office was the Dunkin' Donut right there on Allentown Road. Because I remember too, Mr. Rivers, when it was called Camp Springs, and then they changed it to Temple Hills because of the post office issue.
Exactly, that's one of the things, but the other thing is the redistricting that they have done. And I noticed as well that if you put in 20746, sometimes when you get mail, it say Temple Hills, and then other times it say Camp Springs. So it just depends on where you are and, or Suitland, or where you live at. So a lot of it is redistricting. But if that's an issue for you, I would suggest that you call your county, or you even call up to the state, the number that I've given you, and we can put that on to address the delegates at the synergy with that, so that they can do the proper things and try to help resolve that situation.
Well, that is all. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna be out here fighting and trying to do my best to make the community better as long as I live here. I'm not going home so long as time to go. I'm not sure if the president has anything to say, but I guess that's the meeting. President, we done?
Oh, I'm sorry.
But if you guys can get just one person to join, that'd help out a lot. And we have a lot of committees that we need some help with. There's so much going on in transportation, environment. There's so many things, but we need your participation. That'd be great. Yeah, I think that's it. Is that it, Mr. President? Madam President? All right, we're gonna bring up Ms. Beverly so we can get closer. You gotta come up front, Ms. Beverly, so we can close out this meeting. We have one more.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm just coming from church. We have a retirement tonight, so that's why I'm in this white dress. Okay. How's everybody doing? We've announced before that this year is our election year for officers. And we do have a slate, and we're going according to our bylaws. If anybody else want to nominate someone for the executive board, this is the last chance to do that, because the slate that I'm presenting to the president will be the new officers come July 1st, 2023. And I just wanted to let you know who the executive board officers we have. Monique Taylor will be running again for president. Vice President Delonte Harrison will be running again. And recording secretary is Crystal Isaac. That was the position that we really, really needed. And correspondence secretary is Carolyn Fleming. And our treasurer, Diane Randolph. So these are the people, and they will get a chance to talk to you in May when we vote on them. Because tonight, nobody else is going to volunteer to run. And I wanted to make sure that I got here that if someone wants to run for an office, you know, speak now. No volunteers? Okay, come on. This is the last chance. So this will be your slate going forward. And I think our president has been doing an excellent job. She has, a lot has been put on her. A lot, and she just ran for it. She just dug in, and she's really representing you guys very, very, very well. So thank you for the opportunity to let you know about our new officers coming up, because that's important for organization to keep going. And this is why Camp Springs Civic Association has been successful,
because we've had excellent presidents. And John Bailey is one of our past presidents. They were all excellent presidents. So, you know, you guys should be really, really giving them a hand and giving her a hand. Thank you, President.
As y'all know what I love to say, are all minds clear? Well, we're gonna adjourn the meeting. Thank you all for coming out now. Online, don't close us out yet, Ms. Tell. We need you all to come in the building. May is the legislation wrap-up session. We're gonna have our councilman here. We're planning to have our delegates from the state legislation. They're gonna be here. And we're gonna have a couple of other guests also. So May the 9th. May the 9th, everyone. So online, come on out. Like we said, they have all these goodie bags here. And you all didn't get a chance to get any. Come on, you're missing out on all the good stuff. Love you all, be safe, and good night.
Good night.
Oh, May the 11th. Oh, Lord Jesus, May the 11th, not May the 9th. Oh, my goodness. Woo. Did you cut off already? Oh, okay, good. Y'all hear, that's May the 11th. Today is March the 9th.
Oh, that's so special. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know I'm special. Lord, Jesus.
I just realized.